to throw punches. Now, I'm going to assume you all know the boxing basics. We know how to get into our stance. And that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get into our stance. First punch we're going to talk about is the jab. When you throw a jab, you want to make sure you extend your arm fully. Just like this. You're extending your arm fully. With every punch in boxing, when the punches are at the very end, we turn on it. And you land your punch with the first two knuckles. With your jab, you want to make sure your shoulder is protecting your chin. Pop, 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 just like that. That's the jab. It comes out, pop. The punch starts at your chin. Halfway, it goes to the opponent's chin. But then to end the combination, to end the punch, it comes back to your chin. Just like this. Sometimes when you're beginning, you might drop the arm down. You might start here, land on your opponent, then come back here and raise it up. That's all wrong, and that's a beginning mistake that we want to get out of the way. Straight away, we want to cancel out that bad habit. Another mistake you may do is raise the elbow slightly before you throw the jab. What that does is telegraph the punch, and your opponents know the punch is coming. So what we want to do is just punch straight like that with a little turn at the end. The way you can help correct the jab is by punching alongside the wall. The wall is going to make sure your elbow doesn't come up. I've only got a mirror here, but I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm standing along the wall and I'm jabbing. You see my elbow is never touching the mirror because it's coming straight out. It's not coming out here. And now let's go over the right hand. The right hand is the most powerful punch in boxing. Well, some think it is. The right hand is thrown through your whole body, the kinetic chain. It starts at the feet and ends at the fist when you hit the target. So what we want to do is we get into our boxing stance, and I'm not going to throw my arm now. I'm going to show you how the body should move. So I'm going to stand here. Your foot turns, your hip turns, and your shoulders turn. This is the right hand. This is the right hand. Can you see that? Just like this. Now what we do is we extend the arm and we twist at the ends. Just like the jab, we go from our chin, we hit the target, and we go back to our chin. Bam, just like this. See that? Another tip when you throw the right hand is to make sure that your shoulder is protecting your chin. You don't throw it like that because you can get countered. Just like that. Just like that. The third punch we're going to go into is the lead hook. Well, you're a lead hook and you got a rear hook. We're going to go over the lead hook first. And just like with the right hand, you have to turn your whole body. Foot, hip, shoulder. Some boxers don't turn their foot, but to begin with, we're going to turn our foot just so it helps us visualize what we're doing. We're going to turn our foot, hip and shoulder, just like this. This is the left hook. But now we're going to add the punching, and we're going to turn just like that. When you throw the left hook, your hand wants to be beside your chin, and it never moves away to gain momentum. It stays beside your chin, and you just turn. You turn, but you slightly bring your hand out now. Turn. You want to keep your arm at 90-degree angle, just like this, 90-degree angle. So it comes out at 90-degree angle, and you use your body, you use your hips to whip the arm. Whip the arm. Again, you want to land the punch with the first two knuckles, and it's optional, it's up to you. You can have the palm facing towards you, or you can have the palm facing towards the ground. That is optional. Another tip when you throw the lead hook is to imagine you're trying to elbow the fighter in the face. And that sounds dirty, but this is going to help you to throw the punch better. So you turn all the way through it like that. What can help you visualize to throw the left hook better is imagine that you're slipping your opponent's right hand If you're orthodox like I am, and you're fighting an orthodox fighter, imagine you're slipping his right hand and you're putting the weight on the front foot. When the weight is on the front foot, it's going to help you to turn for the left hook. Bam! Just like that. Bam! Because when you throw punches from your left hand, you need the weight to be on your left leg. And when you throw punches from your right hand, you need the weight to be on your right leg. Just so you can transfer the energy. Alright, let's go on to the rear hook. The rear hook is very similar to the lead hook, in that it comes from your foot, hip and your shoulder, and you turn on the punch, just like that. You don't drop the hand to gain momentum, you get the momentum and the power from your hips. Again, you want to have 90-degree angle on your arm, so just like this, 90 degrees. And then you turn onto it. Turn onto it. The last punch we're going to go over is the uppercut. Bam! The uppercut. Again, using the kinetic chain that we use in every punch, it comes from the ground upwards. When we throw the lead uppercut, we put the weight on our front foot. We slightly lower our height and we keep our hands glued by our chin. Now what we're going to do is when we stand up, we're going to bring our arms up. We're going to bring the punch out at the same time. Just like this. So the power doesn't come from your hand dropping and swinging from the sky. It comes from your legs. Just like that. Just the same as your rear leg. Now with the rear hand uppercut, you might not have to dip as low, but it still comes from the legs. You're pushing with your legs upwards. Just like that.